Good day everyone, I am Pamela Nicole Alano, and for today's video, we will tackle Chapter 2, Lesson 4, titled Filipino Values and Moral Development, the Strengths and Weaknesses of the Filipino Character. Filipinos are strong and resilient. This was developed by the hardships and challenges they have faced throughout history. And here are some of the strengths of the Filipino character that they still observe in their daily lives. First is pakikipagkapwa-tao, or human fellowship. Filipinos are always open to others and feel one with them with dignity and respect as fellow human beings. It is demonstrated in Filipinos' ability to empathize with others, in helpfulness and generosity in times of need, in the patience of bayanihan or mutual assistance, and in the famous Filipino hospitality. Pakikipagkapwa-tao results in camaraderie and a feeling of closeness to one another. It is the foundation for unity and a sense of social justice. The second one is family orientation. Filipinos are known for having solid and close family ties. They place high regard and put importance on their family before anything else. They work all day and do all they can to provide for their family. Third is joy and humor. Filipinos have a cheerful and fun-loving approach to life and its ups and downs. They have a favorable view of life's circumstances. Filipinos are known for smiling through their troubles and finding something to laugh about, even in trying times. The fourth one is flexibility, adaptability, and creativity. Filipinos can easily adjust and adapt to circumstances and the environment. They can easily adjust to every event, even though if it is unplanned. Filipinos are creative, resourceful, and quick learners. They can improvise and use whatever they have to create things out of scratch. The fifth one is hard work and industry. Filipinos are known to be hardworking multitaskers. Filipinos are very determined to accomplish whatever they set their minds to. Filipinos over the years have proven time and time again that they are people with industrious attitudes. Putting love and dedication into work is a way of showing their pride in the country. There is always that Filipino touch in everything they do. They are always willing to take risks, to do jobs abroad, and to work at least 2 or more jobs. Last and not the least is faith and religiosity. Filipinos have a deep faith in God. Our innate religiosity helps us comprehend and genuinely accept reality in God's will or God's plan. Filipinos live very intimately with religion. They ascribe human traits to a supernatural God we alternatively threaten and think, call upon for mercy or forgiveness, making prayer an essential part of their lives. The faith of the Filipinos somehow relates to the word bahala na, which instead of being viewed as surrendering, this pampalakas ng loob allows us to act despite uncertainty. Weaknesses in the Filipino character. Many of the vital pointers are also sources of weakness. Also, it is said that too much of anything is bad. We have to learn to balance our positive traits because too many of them also cause negativity. And if there are strengths, there are also some weaknesses that we Filipino have. The first one is extreme personalism. Filipinos tend to view the world in terms of personal relationships. They take relationships with others in a unique way. For instance, when they attend to business or official matters, They seek the help of someone they know who has the influence to make things easier for them. This illustrates the palakasan system to have things done in a short period because one knows an influential person. Filipinos tend to give preferences to family and friends regarding hiring, services, and even voting. These things may lead to graft and corruption evident in the Philippine society. The second one is extreme family-centeredness. As Filipinos, we tend to put our family first before anything else. While being family-oriented is one of the Filipino strengths, it becomes a flaw. Sometimes, family become too clannish. For example, a government official may award a community project to his family member or a relative because it will profit this person. In Philippine political settings, family dynasties have become evident. It also results in a lack of concern for the good and acts as a block to national consciousness. The third one is lack of discipline. There are many Filipinos are known for. We are hospitable, cheerful, and our close ties and unparalleled love for the family have inspired us to work on the other side of the country. But we are far from perfect, and of us lack discipline. Pedestrians crossing over everywhere except on the pedestrian lane, drivers running on the red light, garbage scattered on the streets, and private cars parked on public roads and sidewalks are familiar sights in the Philippines. This aversion to following the procedures results in a lack of standardization and quality control. The fourth one is passivity and lack of initiative. Filipinos are generally passive and lack ambition. They always tend to be told what to do. They tend to rely on others, for example, our leaders or the government, to do things. Filipinos need a strong authoritative figure and feel safer and more secure in the presence of such an authority. One is generally submissive to those in powers and is likely to raise issues and question decisions. The fifth one is colonial mentality. It refers to the lack of patriotism and love for the country. Some Filipinos tend to support or prefer foreign things rather than their own. They tend to say that products or the culture of other countries are better than theirs. The sixth one is the kanya-kanya syndrome. Filipinos have a selfish attitude that generates a feeling of envy towards others. The Filipino demonstrates the so-called crab mentality, the tendency of crabs in a basket to pull each other down, using the leveling instruments of chismis, intriga, and unconstructive criticism to bring others down. Just like what millennials call the modern day chismosa marites, who likes to create stories about other people and to make it seem like they did something immoral to be on top. And lastly is the lack of self-analysis and self-reflection. In times of severe personal and social problems, Filipinos tend to joke about the most challenging matters, which prevents looking deeply in the situation. There is no felt need to validate hypotheses or explanation of things. Thus, they are satisfied with superficial reasons and simple solutions to problems. And that's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned something. For more questions and clarifications, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Thank you.